Let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Marvel Rivals video. I know! Why does he keep making Marvel Rivals content? I'm a fiend! Anyways, today we're going to be discussing Season 0 in all of its glory. I'm going to talk everything that you need to know about Season 0. I'm talking lore, characters, what characters are going to be there, what's going to happen, everything you need to know. Let's get into it. So first things first, I have mentioned this in previous videos. Obviously, this is the basic of basic info, but we are getting Season 0. It's obviously going to be a much shorter season than the seasons that will come later on. It's going to be called Doom's Rise, and it is only going to be about a month long so that they can kick off the new year in January with Season 1. Like I said, this season will only be about a month long as opposed to what they're considering a normal standard 3-month long season. It is going to be the game's launch, so we're going to be getting a ton of new content. We're obviously going to get the Wakandan maps. We're obviously going to get the Hydra maps, the Clintar maps, everything of that sort. But we're also going to be getting 33 total characters, which I also have mentioned many times before. But that's interesting because that means there are currently 5 characters that we don't know of, which I will get to later in the video. But for the most part, I did want to go ahead and just break down the season as a whole, specifically the lore of this season, because personally, I find it very interesting, and I feel like they're not really pushing the lore as much as they could be. So obviously, what we know now, general story, there's 2 Dooms, a 2099 Doom and a current Doom that are obviously clashing with one another. Nobody knows which Doom is right or good, so you have enemies and allies alike fighting each other throughout the universe. But some of the more nitty-gritty lore specifically for Season 0 goes as such. I also would like to preface that a lot of this info is generally from trusted sources like the actual Marvel.com, so do with that info what you will. I am pretty much going to be quoting though from those sources, which are saying, King T'Challa sent a team of Wakandans through a temporal anomaly, and they would spend the next 2,000 years establishing a second Wakanda in another galaxy. This Wakanda would become a super empire spanning several galaxies. They then go on to further explain, saying Wakanda's vibranium originated from a vibranium meteorite. The Wakandans found the source of the meteorite and the vibranium's origin, built a magnificent planetary orbital platform around the Or's mother planet, and finally migrated their entire Wakandan kingdom into space. So basically, they found the source meteor of vibranium, which is obviously where they get all of their power and wealth and glory of the Wakandan kingdom. They basically found that and then used a temporal anomaly to get to said meteor, find the vibranium's home planet, its source of origin, and build upon Wakanda from this, big nation into basically a dominant planetary power within the galaxy that spreads all across the galaxy. T'Challa is obviously the king of this Wakandan empire, and he is literally just trying to keep his homies safe. On the Marvel Rivals website, in his actual lore, it states, T'Challa recently expanded his reign into the cosmos, creating the intergalactic empire of Wakanda. As he awaits a sign from Bast to tell if either Doom can be trusted, he protects the Empire's chronovium supply and shares its tech with trusted allies, including Reed Richards. So what I find interesting about this is, obviously it expands on the lore, but also we literally get a named drop Reed Richards, which, yes, it could just be for lore purposes, but we do have an actual leak of what Human Torch will look like, and on the mostly confirmed list of leaked characters, all of the Fantastic Four are on there. So this could also be a very clear and good sign that we will get Reed Richards and the Fantastic Four soon, if not at some point. Along with this, we are getting 4 skins for 4 characters called the Imperial Protocol line of skins. They go hand in hand with Season 0 and this Wakandan lore, and they're just something that the game can put out there that has to deal with the lore and is still original, which I think is really cool. They are stated to be designed around the concept of Afrofuturism, which combines the ancient tribal elements of Africa with futuristic intergalactic technology. So obviously these are Wakandan-inspired skins, but like I said, we're getting them for 4 characters. Those 4 characters include Black Panther, obviously. He will be getting the Galactic Claw skin. Captain America will be getting the Galactic Talon skin. Mantis will be getting the Galactic Wings skin. And it has been confirmed that Hawkeye will also be getting a skin from this lineup, but We don't know what that skin is yet called. Other than that, general info about Season 0 has been released. It's everything you already know and stuff you really don't need to know if you don't. But like I said earlier in the video, it is confirmed that we are getting 33 characters on launch, and right now we're missing 5 of those. So what I've done is put together a list of what I think those characters could be using the, like I said earlier, the mostly accurate leaked list of characters that came out a long time ago. I believe that that list had around 39 characters on it, and if we're getting 33, then there's only 6 characters on that list that we may not get on launch. And the rest of that list came out before any of the game info did, and it had pretty much every character that is on the current roster on that list. So I'm not saying we can fully trust it, but it's a safe place to start. With that being said, the only characters on the list that aren't currently confirmed to be in the game are all of the Fantastic Four, Wolverine, Cloak and Dagger, Ultron, Squirrel Girl, Black Widow, Blade, and Iron Fist, specifically Lin Lee Iron Fist. With that being said, I wanted to give you what I think is going to be the official 5 that come out on launch day, and then you guys let me know in the comments what you think or who you think there will be. I feel like the most obvious 2 that are blatantly 100% going to happen have to at least be Cloak and Dagger, just because concept art was released of them. Their initial menu art was released of them. We know that they are going to be one and the same character. They're not going to be separate characters. So I think they're pretty much a confirmed yes at this point. So Cloak and Dagger is definitely going to be in the game on launch. The next one that I think they have to do, just because it is one of the big 3 of Marvel, he is, you know, a huge, massive superhero, and he's honestly easy to put in the game. So if they don't have him on launch, it would kind of be stupid. And on top of that, he's so popular that it would be a huge reveal to put him in the game at launch, rather than to wait till the season 1 or wait, you know, or reveal him too early. That character obviously being Wolverine. I feel like that just makes too much sense. He would go really well in the game. Again, he's super popular. It would be a huge reveal. So I feel like they're kind of saving that for the late window of reveals to kind of provide more hype for the game. But I do think he is going to be in the game on launch. Now, with the mention of Reed Richards, we could go the direction of the Fantastic Four, but that would obviously be 4 characters, and I just don't think they're going to do that. So I am going to leave them out for this one, even though we did get leaked art of Human Torch, meaning they've been working on him. I think it's possible that we could get maybe 1 or 2 of the Fantastic Four, maybe Reed or the Human Torch, but I don't think we're going to be getting any of them at launch. With that being said, I think it's a very, very, very real possibility that we do get Black Widow at launch, just because of the recent addition and confirmation of Hawkeye, especially with the popularity of Black Widow because of the MCU. I think she's a very viable character to put in this game. And for these last 2, I genuinely have no idea who they're going to put in the game. I think you could go the Squirrel Girl route. She's, you know, not as popular, but she could be really fun in a game like this. I think that's a very high chance. I don't think they're going to put Ultron, although I would very, very much like that, would we? And then I think you could also do Blade. I don't think they're going to do Iron Fist, especially not this early on. So yeah, I think we're definitely getting Cloak and Dagger. I think it's very likely we're getting Wolverine. I also think we're 100% getting Black Widow, but after that, I'm really not sure. We could get Squirrel Girl. We could get half the Fantastic Four. I'm really not sure. Let me know what you guys think in the comment. What characters you think they will put on launch, and what characters you would love to see on launch, or just in general with the game going forward. Let me know what you think of the lore so far, with the game so far. Let me know if you're excited for Season 0 and for the game's launch. I know I am, and I will see you boys in the next one. Goodbye? It's kind of watered.